Hey, I think you're really cool. I like you a lot. Maybe we should hang out or something. We haven't heard that one in a while from Corey. Corey, please come back. We miss you, bro. Hope everything's going alright for you, Corey Kenshin. I really do. But if everything's safe, hopefully everything's going fine with Corey Kenshin. But start the intro. It's a time for all the samurai to come together and watch them SSS. And if you're new to the new samurai community, SSS, what does that mean? What does that mean? It's Spooky Scary Sunday. All the samurai community comes together, grabs snacks, and watch some scary horror films. And today's choice I'm picking is a glass of milk. Gotta say that protein, that muscle. I'm weak, chat. Corey, don't say that. Let me unravel this up. Some sweet Southern Heat barbecue chips. I'm telling you, they're pretty good. You know, let me take a bite out of these. And the last thing that y'all is gonna be kind of weird, but I eat some chocolate cake. I'm telling you, chocolate cake, I'll eat that any day. Chocolate cake, I'm telling you, that's good. Take a bite. Just all different types of chocolates. Just a banger. Banger right there. Yo, those chips are spicy. But let's get started into the video. Animation 1. I'm not Corey Kenshin. I can't do that type of edit. So, animation 1 and 3, 2, 1. Hey, thanks to Horror Short Party. I know Corey Kenshin used to watch this dude a lot. Thank you for letting me use this video. Well, I don't know if I could use this dude's YouTube channel. I don't know if I could watch stuff on it. So hopefully he lets me record stuff to watch his YouTube videos. I really do like these YouTube videos. So thank you for making this video, and let's get into the video. TV's pretty loud. Let me get my chips. The following stories were inspired. Dang, let me read it. Now we gotta restart all over. I wanna read it so y'all can read it too. I'm gonna read it for y'all. Y'all can read it in the head. The following story is inspired by or loosely bad on the actual events in law case of persons living or dead. Disclaimer: do not dub my videos without email permit. Without email permission. Use or any audio animation of these on YouTube or any social media platform is not allowed, as it direct violations of copyright law and will result in a copyright strike. Okay, dude, I'm gonna email you after this video. Hopefully you still stays allowed. I didn't know. I'm gonna email you right after because my phone's almost dead. I want to try to make this video. Terrence Nicholson! Y'all saw that? Terrence Nicholson! That's my boy! Oh nah, what are they doing? That's blood! Look, I would have the same reaction if I saw that.
If you're on the ASMR side of YouTube, you more than likely see a mysterious female that wears a mask over her eyes while dining on large portions of meat.
That ain't satisfying. Not one bit.
And I've been obsessed with her since day one. The way she made ASMR eating sounds really captivated my attention. For the purpose
How
of
does that keep your attention?
I'll refer to her as Kathy. There's something alluring about the way she wears a mask in every single video, only revealing her mouth down to her hands. I revel in the fact that she stays so thin and fit while putting away enough raw meat to feed an army in every video. I can't help but simp over her. I'll admit, I've grown a little bit of an obsession. The way her fingers bathe in the sauce when she dips the meat, and the way the dressing dribbles up the sides of her mouth. It's just mesmerizing. I've never missed a live stream, let alone an upload. I presume most would refer to me as a fanboy due to my excessive promotion of Kathy on social media. I would like to think that she is where she is success-wise thanks to my devotion. I know a thing or two about marketing and advertising, so spreading the word on her channel had come second nature. I noticed her channel had been elevating since I shared her content with my followers. I've watched her subscribers escalate to nearly 1 million and couldn't be prouder. Her views have been ascending since I followed her. Coincidence? I don't think so. But as of late, speculations from her comment section have noticed her health declining. The latest live stream nearly threw me in a state of panic.
Oh no! Are those brains? Are you eating brains right now? Let me continue watching this. I gotta see this.
Hurry up. You need to eat faster.
Oh no! Eat faster. No! Dude, do I need to come save you? Like, actually, like, you're eating brains right now. Like, what type of brains? I don't want to know, but... Alright, I can get you out of there. Well, this is 4 years ago, so I don't know.
I could see Kathy forcibly regurgitate her already devoured mouthful of food. To be honest, I felt like vomiting myself while watching, so I left the room to pull myself together. I could almost smell the distinct odor
That's why you never do mukbangs. Never.
of raw salmon mixed with Kathy's stomach acid. But what people were more concerned about was the voice behind the screen that kept egging her on despite her choking. Nonetheless, the voice eventually went away and Kathy was just gorging in the same manner that we all love and appreciate. I was able to enjoy the rest of the stream, but the comments on the whispering never ceased. A few of them read, "Who was that?
Yeah,
Is she
she's being
forced to do
forced.
this?" Or, "I don't think she really wants to eat that." My stomach dropped reading the satisfaction from her followers. My concern for the success of her channel got worse the next time Kathy went live. This time, there were arms and sores on her lips.
She's bruised and up and
As though the
everything.
floodgates had been opened. Commenters were coming out of
She's being
nowhere
tortured.
with the bruises. I began typing in the chat box to chime in on the whole ordeal, saying, "Kathy, please cut the feed, darling. You don't look well. Get some help." She must have seen my plea as the feed was cut. I closed my laptop and headed down to my kitchen to hammer down a cold one. The intensity behind the comments section left me feeling parched and in need of a drink or two. Unfortunately, things didn't get better for Kathy, but would only get worse over time. The next live stream, she was chomping on meat as usual. However, the teeth fell out of her mouth. Again, I couldn't
Her
help but
own
feel burst
tooth.
out, so I had to leave the room for a bit.
Her own
Put
tooth,
it
that's
back
crazy.
in her mouth. As I returned back to the street,
No.
I saw Kathy stuffing her fallen tooth into a raw steak. She lifted the meat to her mouth while trembling. At first glance, I didn't know if she was aware of her actions or not. But then I remember seeing her consciously stuff the tooth in the steak. Again, I couldn't help but feel sick to my stomach.
Something's
So I
wrong
stepped
with
to the
you.
room and taken
Get
a
out of
break.
there.
A voice from behind the camera yelled, "Hurry up!" as Kathy winced from fear. As I came back to my room, I saw Kathy taking bites.
More?
As she chewed, I could hear the crunching of her tooth breaking, which caused more teeth to fall out along with
I don't know if I have to watch this. She's literally taking bites. That's pretty good. And then her teeth starts falling out. It's like there's some change coming out of her mouth. And she's doing it while people, thousands or tens of thousands of people are watching her. Oh, my tooth! Oh, I can't react. It's just so crazy, dude. Is my phone at 5? It is.
Few streams of blood. Tears profusely ran from under her eye mask as she whimpered in agony. I left a comment begging her to stop the feed and get out. Again, the feed stopped after my comment. I was now convinced that Kathy knew who I was, despite us being separated virtually. Nonetheless, I was content with her ending yet another bizarre ASMR mukbang stream. The comments continued after the stream. For one though, I'm glad they stopped the stream, but I can only imagine what's happening to you off camera, as if I hadn't seen enough. The next live stream sent me over the edge. Kathy was dipping raw salmon in that famous red sauce and began tapping the bowl in a particular pattern. The comment section started blowing up as most viewers recognized her tapping as Morse code. She was allegedly signaling the word help, which really pissed me off. I rushed down the stairs and where I kept Kathy and said, "You ungrateful wench! I starve you every week, so you work up a hell of an appetite.
No.
A massive meal for you."
That's crazy. He was... That's crazy. He was the dude that was actually doing it to her, forcing her. He's the main dude that was doing it. That's a crazy turn. You can't lie. People watching at home, that's crazy. You can't even lie. I did not suspect that was going to happen.
Not to mention I help you keep your figure. Now you have the nerve to ask for help using Morse code? I made you famous and this is how you repay me!
Yeah, she's dead. I'm sorry. R.I.P.
Since that day, I've kept the channel because I don't want anyone being suspicious of me. To all her fans, don't worry. I've been checking up on her, but no one's ever going to see her again. I hear now there's a cluster of theories that Kathy was being held against her will. Whether you believe that or not, no one will ever know what truly happened to her. Sincerely, Anonymous.
Dang. True Starbucks horror story 2.
On October 22nd, 2012, a woman in her early 20s named Whitney suddenly vanished on her way to work at Starbucks. What concluded within the case shocked the entire nation, and unfortunately ended in a brutal fatality. The next animation was inspired by this tragic event.
Dang, was it?
There was a time not so long ago that my only relationship to Starbucks was that I worked there. I wasn't a fanatical customer. I wasn't the owner of a franchise. All I had to do with the coffee chain was the fact that I could be seen in the drive-thru window in the dark hours of the late shift. For a long time, I thought this meant literally nothing. After all, very little business ever came through the drive-thru at the hour, especially given the location I worked at, being somewhere most people consider as the middle of nowhere. Most people were just stopping by to get some caffeine so they could continue with their overnight drives across the middle of the country. The inside was closed anyway, but I doubt most of them would have considered staying for long if it was. It wasn't an urban craft coffee house. It was just a rural Starbucks.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. How may I take your order?
Yeah, so, I'd like a grande iced caramel macchiato with extra vanilla sweet foam, 2 pumps of caramel syrup, 2 pumps of mocha syrup with soy milk and brown sugar topping.
How many things are you gonna order?
And, 2 extra shots of espresso.
Too many!
I never understood how people could put such diabetic abominations into their bodies and continue to function normally. And it always amused me how they seemed allergic to real cow's milk, as if it was unhealthy or something, when they were about to consume enough sugar to put a toddler into a coma. But that's beside the point, because for all the silly sorority girls and giggling frat boys coming in to order this unholy concoction, or another, none of them caused anybody any harm. Except, maybe, to their own pancreas. Actually, as a matter of fact, when I look back on those people now, I tend to see them as fond memories of a simpler, more innocent time in my life. More than anything, I wish I could go back to my old life of standing in that drive-thru and feeding people's addictions to caffeine and sugar. Unfortunately, there's just no way that's going to be possible. Not after what happened that night. The night began no different than any other. There was nothing in the air that suggested any of the things that were about to happen. So, when the beat-up old truck rolled into the empty drive-thru
Is that a clown?
without a license
That's
plate,
not a clown.
I
Oh,
didn't bat an eye.
get
The drive-thru
the
had a
H
couple
outta
cameras
here.
pointed toward the intercom,
Like,
so we could
no.
easily remember which cars were supposed to be getting what drinks. But it wasn't meant for identifying license plates and tipping off the police about people with expired tags or whatever. For the most part, the truck looked like a textbook local. Some kind of farmhand or factory worker getting...
Buddy, it hasn't looked like you showered. Your face looked like you've been teared up by a rat. Look at your toes. It looks like some piece of trash. Ooh. And your arms don't look that kind of rad.
roped
Ooh.
into some late-night work and stopping in for some coffee. The man inside of it, however, was somehow even worse for wear.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. How may I take your order?
Your voice sounds just perfect.
What?
What do you look like?
Yeah, you'll find out when you come around to pick up your order. What would you like to drink?
You guys do all those fancy coffees, right? I guess I'll get a large hot latte with 2 globs of Starbucks saliva.
He right there said to
2
bag her up.
globs of barista
Maybe.
hair and,
Sir, this isn't funny. You'll have to order something on the menu, please.
Oh, I'm not trying to be funny, sweetheart. I'm serious. I'll give you the biggest tip of your life if you splash some of your very own urine in my drink.
What?
I'm not putting up with this. Would you rather speak to my manager, sir?
No,
This
no,
dude's a
no.
sicko.
I want you to serve me. And I'd really love it if you'd serve me some of your blood with that coffee, if you don't mind.
Okay, that's enough. If you don't get the hell out of here, I'm calling the cops.
I dealt with some seriously rude and disrespectful customers before, but this guy certainly took the cake. I watched him drive off from the intercom, hoping that he would just be some creepy old dude playing some kind of crass joke on a college student, and that he would drive off and not stop at the window. But of course, he wasn't ready to leave yet. He screeched to a stop just outside the window, leaning out of his car door with a strangely apologetic face, pleading something with his hands together. Reluctantly, I opened the window just a crack. I'm sorry, really. I didn't mean to freak you out. You're just as perfect as you sounded. You know, you have the most beautiful blonde hair. Such long, sultry hair.
This dude
Anyway,
is a
I'm sorry
sicko.
about all that back there.
I'm telling you, this dude
I
just
just
sick.
want a black coffee. I wasn't sure what to make of the situation. He seemed like he was just some out-of-touch old creep trying to prey on some younger women, which obviously is a terrible thing to do, but I wasn't worried about men like that. I worked at a rural Starbucks, and that was something I'd had to handle a lot of. I could handle myself around creeps like him. It wasn't worth getting reprimanded to deny him service.
And how will you be paying?
He held out a clenched fist while he stared at me with hungry, wrinkled eyes, almost drooling over his sagging chin. I ignored his gaze and opened the window a little more to get my arm through. I held out my hand to receive the change, but when he opened his fist,
He's
there
gonna
was
drag
nothing
him.
in it
He's
at
gonna
all.
yoink her. Yup, what
He
did I
latched
say?
onto my arm with a
Prediction.
vice grip
Not
and yanked
pre-watch.
onto my arm.
I didn't pre-watch
He was
this.
so much stronger than I thought he could be. He pulled me right out the
Oh my
window into
God.
his car. Right as I got the time to react, just beginning my struggle against him, he struck me over the head with something like a hammer, and I blacked out. When I came to, I was bound to a table.
Oh no, we might have to skip this part. Like, actually, we might have to skip this. They getting in some freaky deaky stuff. I'm telling you, they're getting in some freaky deaky. Freak.
My
No,
legs chained
please,
up to the
please.
ceiling, my clothes nowhere to be found. I realized that I was in that man's cellar when I saw him standing behind a camera on a tripod. I thought I knew what was about to happen, but I had no idea. Do you know what the Starbucks mascot looks like?
No, please just let me go.
You! The mascot looks like you stupid girl! Here's something else I bet you didn't know. The mascot is a mermaid, and I'm gonna make one out of you!
What?
No, please don't.
Can we get 2 RIPs in the chat? Like 2 people, we just witnessed 2 people dying. That's just.
We're sorry, Attica.
Pause the video. Let's get that whole
This
minute
story
ad for
was
y'all.
inspired by a case regarding an
Another
Army veteran
inspiration
who was in a
one.
coma for
Inspiring
X
one.
amount of months. After being ill for quite some time, the man goes through a nightmarish journey in hopes of getting his life back. And of course, Taco Bell. Here's what it looked like. I'm a veteran with a wife and 2 kids, so staying fit has always been important to me. But after getting out of the service, like many veterans, I was faced with some post-traumatic stress. All in all, I think my case was less severe than most, and I was lucky to get home without any physical injuries. That said, I had to find a way to cope. For me, it was Taco Bell. That's not as bad as some of the other ways one can
He used to be
self-medicate.
fit in the
But my
military.
addiction to the fast food Tex-Mex did have some negative effects on my health. I started to gain weight, and to this, my wife caught on rather quickly.
I love you, baby, but you have to stop eating so much Taco Bell. You're gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah,
Don't
literally.
worry, babe, I'm going to be fine. Even though she turned out to be right, it was really hard for me to stop. I never really did. I don't know why I turned to Taco Bell exactly.
Yeah, surprised you don't have the
Maybe
Duke
it was
Dukes.
because it
The
was one
Duke
of those
Dukes.
things I missed while on deployment. One of those things that reminded me of home and kept me going through the hard times. My wife would always take it away if she saw me with it, so I started getting sneaky. I'd go out for errands and order a large quantity, eat some while I was out, then smuggle the rest inside and munch on it while nobody was looking, or while I was in the bathroom using the toilet or taking a
This
shower.
man just eating it
Any chance I
everywhere.
could get. Really, even in bed.
Even in bed.
Textbook addiction
What, in
stuff,
your closet too?
according to my therapist. But it all came to a head in a really strange way when I came down with double pneumonia. At first, I just had a cough, but within a few days, I was bedridden. Even then, I was asking my wife to get me Taco Bell. My illness scared her so bad she took me to the hospital instead. There, I got hooked up to a bunch of wires and machines, and then I had a heart attack and fell into a coma. Some people say that
He's
when you're
turning
comatose,
green
you're
after
actually
that.
aware of everything that's going on around you. You just can't react to it or remember it when you wake up. I don't know about all that, but I can say that in my case, it wasn't just like falling asleep and waking up 2 months later. It was more like a pendulum swing of life and death. Like I'd be down, then I'd feel like I was about to come up for a moment, then I'd fall again. I was stuck in some kind of cycle of being totally knocked out, then almost regaining consciousness, then falling deeper into the coma. Unfortunately, though, it wasn't all counting sheep. Every time I slipped back, I was gripped with a horrible nightmare, and always the same one. In the beginning, I was running
If that man actually felt that way, I would be scared. Like,
eventually, it got to me.
Yeah, get out
It
of
took
there,
me
dude.
down to the floor,
Let me help
but
you?
there wasn't
Oh.
really a floor. Just an abyss getting closer and closer to the flames of the underworld. There, it started gnawing on my legs viciously, with jagged, serrated teeth. It didn't want me to be able to get back up and start running again. The pain was unimaginable. And as the demon severed my legs, it kept pulling me closer to whatever kind of fiery portal it came from. I tried so hard to crawl away from it, but I just kept sliding against my will, and it felt like I was being dragged against a bed of nails or a belt sander, like my skin was being torn away as I was taken. But every time I got close to the portal, what felt like the point of no return or the edge of death itself, it would all vanish into blackness, and I would think that I was finally about to come to. I would try to get up, to say something, or simply to get my own lungs breathing again. Sometimes I swear I could even hear the voices of doctors, or see my wife sitting beside me, waiting for me. I tried to grasp onto her so I wouldn't go back, but it was no use.
Coming back in the
After
light?
getting just a few seconds of somewhat
Hope you are
benevolent
doing-
reality, I'd snap back to my race towards death. It all started happening faster and faster, like my chances of survival were getting slimmer and slimmer. No matter how hard I screamed, there'd be nobody to hear me. No matter how hard I kicked at the face of the demon trying to eat me, there'd be only bloody, ravaged stumps left of my legs. And every time it would get more of me. I was eventually reduced to a torso, with the shreds of my legs long gone down the gullet of the beast. I was so weak, I couldn't fight it anymore. There was no skin left on my arms from all the crawling, and my bones were beginning to wither away. I was almost a goner. It was taking me down closer to the raging inferno than ever before, and I got a good look down into it. There was an army of disembodied hands waiting there for me in the eternal fire, itching to tear
This is
my
like a
soul to
dream.
shreds.
I'm telling you, this is just like a dream.
I was just about to give up, but the
This
only
dude's
thing
going
that saved
deep-
me
this
was
dude
feeling
is
the
going in
flames
crazy
finally
detail.
begin to lick the remnants of my body. The fierce heat of imminent immolation hit me like an electric shock. I fought back with more fury than ever before. Not even physically, just all in my soul. You can't take me. You can try, but you can't. None of you can. Not bullets, not bombs, not sickness, not fire. Screw you. I am not finished yet. And then, just like that, without
woke up?
any warning whatsoever, it all vanished. I was in the blackness again, but this time it was different. I could feel it. It was dry. I soon realized that I was feeling the parchedness of my eyelids, mouth, and nose. I tried to speak, but there was something in my throat. My first attempts at movement were rather pitiful, and I could just tell that I had become terribly weak. I started to panic, and that set off a bunch of events around me that I couldn't quite perceive. People shouting and walking, but all I could see was the blackness getting lighter, turning gray, and then I felt the thing in my throat get yanked out. Somebody, a doctor, pried open my eyelids and flashed a light into my pupils. I got my first look at everything in a long time, and I started being able to decipher the words that were being said. Phew, I thought you were lost there for a minute. You sure are a trooper.
Oh my god, he's awake. Are you okay?
There was so much going on, so many people around, I couldn't really focus on responding to any one person. Instead, I just looked inward and tried to communicate what it was my body needed most in that moment. The words came out slurred and jumbled, but I clearly remember managing the words. I want Taco Bell. Unfortunately, because of how badly I deteriorated during the coma, I wasn't able to get my fix for a long time. I weighed in at a size I'd never been since middle school. I was hardly able to walk or talk, and I certainly wasn't ready for solid
Dang,
food.
dude.
My
Is that dude
stomach
still
shrank
alive?
to the size of a
I'm glad you
lemon
went
or
through that horror.
something. It was
It's
almost
crazy you went through
another
that
2
horror.
months before the day finally came, when my wife arrived with a big bag of those hot, spicy, crunchy,
Dude, you finna get back
juicy
in the coma
tacos.
again.
I've never had that dream since, and I have a newfound love for all the things in my life, which is gradually helping me get off of my addiction to Taco Bell.
Hope you get off that addiction. True Hot Top Horror Story 2. These animations are pretty good, I'm telling you, they're pretty good.
But I'm not vain. Other people are allowed to disagree that I'm hotter than them if they want to. Of course, they never do, because why would they? Most people who lay eyes on me tend to have trouble taking their eyes off me. So you really can't call me snobby for noticing the attention that I'm getting. It's not even exclusively men that seem drawn to me. Women give me eyes too, and not just glares of jealousy, though I get plenty of those as well. I guess some women just hate to see me flaunt what I've got. While some people feel gross when random creeps stare at them, I actually feel rejuvenated by some longing looks from strangers. There's an indoor pool facility attached to my local gym that I go to almost every day. Those glutes don't pump themselves, you know. But while I love exercising to maintain my sculpted body, my favorite part about going to the gym is getting in the hot tub and relaxing after a good workout. There are always tons of people in the pool area, and the hot tub is in a corner that can be seen from any spot in the facility, which means there's always eyes on me. Plus, I always change into a bikini after my workout. It's hard to describe just how euphoric the experience of dipping into that warm, bubbly water is for me. But recently,
Dang, my mic wasn't on. It's on now.
I'm doing this for all the patrons of the hot tub. I have to. I have to knock that pig down a few pegs. But I do have to say, I never thought it would come to what it has. Last night, really just wouldn't shut
it sounds as
He kept telling me to leave the hot tub. You should just give up, Miss Mellons. You're not going to win this war, so get used to seeing this six-pack of flap every day. Better leave while you can, or else I'll unleash my secret weapon. I was deep in the trenches of utterly ignoring him. I had no idea he was serious, but after he lobbed that threat a few times, he really did it. All of a sudden, the water started getting warm. Then I noticed this colored yellowish cloud floating up from underneath.
Oh, nah. Is this me and peeing?
Pissing in the tub.
Oh, nah. I'm getting out. No, if I was you, I would get out of the tub.
He really just laughed. I hate that laugh so much.
I'm getting out of the tub. I don't want to be in pee.
It was perhaps the most disgusting thing I ever did, and I only did it to spite him. But I stayed. Slowly, the heat dissipated, but that's when the smell hit me. But when I thought that I'd have this victory by pinching my nose, Willie played his trump card, and it went from bad to worse.
What do you be doing with bad or worse?
For a second and farted, sending some bubbles rising to the top. But right behind the bubbles was something else.
Oh, no, he pooped. He pooped.
Brown,
I'm getting out of there right now. It's poop.
Oh, God,
get out.
A few chunks of turds. Willie was just chuckling.
You're actually dumb. You're in poop. You want to be covered with poop? Poop. Serious, would y'all? James, would you? Thomas?
In my
sicko, man.
Feces.
Oh my God!
I jumped out as quickly as I could, but it was all stuck to me.
Yeah,
so
it's too
I
late now. I warned you.
Laughed behind me in victory. That's when I knew this had to end. I had an ingenious idea while I rinsed off Willie's secret weapon.
What's your genius idea?
I arrived earlier than
Watch, it's gonna be
I
something
had to
really
make sure I
good.
got there before Willie. I let him think he had won. Deciding
Hopefully
to
that
take a
water's
dip in the
not
pool and
poison
swim
or
around
anything.
instead of claiming the hot tub. When he arrived, he made straight
This
for the
man's a
hot tub.
stubby.
He stared at me as he
Man,
sat
looks
down
like a
into it, looking smugger
fat
than he ever
Minecraft
had before.
character.
He smiled and laughed out loud, spinning around in his winning way, creating a little whirlpool in the jet funnel. But his laughs didn't last long.
Imagine watching he starts
started to get
itching
agitated
controllingly.
for an apparently unknown reason. He started scratching all over his arms and legs like he just jumped into a pile of poison ivy. Pretty soon, his skin started turning all red.
Pimples! He's turning purple because of
But
it.
because it didn't take my eyes
Yo, what
off,
did you put something in that water?
because that would mean defeat after all he had done to win. Then, he started to bleed. The blood came from his eyes, his nose,
His
and
eyes.
especially from all the freshly open wounds that were covering his body. I think at some point he did try to crawl out, but by then the water was a dark, turbid red.
Whatever's in that water,
You're
you're cooked.
Once the water got over his head, it was over. He gurgled and thrashed quite a bit, but all infection. But because I didn't take my eyes off him, he didn't dare leave the tub, because that would mean defeat after all he had done to win. I certainly enjoyed watching it all go down.
It's not that funny. She has all teeth shining, mouth wide open. I can it's that funny.
See, I might look like a dead-witted floozy in a rockin' bot, but in reality, I'm a force to be reckoned with a rockin' bot.
I like animations like this, like those type of animations. Like it's not like it's like different. It's like opposite. Like it's like people murdering them. Like the main character's murdering someone else, and like you're like how that girl is like shame person like is like dying like trying to kill somebody. It's like it's the other way around. It's kind of I like that a lot.
The next story was inspired by the disturbing case of an Arkansas woman who was called Stacy.
Another inspiring one. I like these inspiring ones because I know it's real.
The case was so disturbing that the general public had a hard time coping with the events that went down. Here's what it was. You find the strangest things on the internet.
Nicky Avocado!
Even though some
What's up,
trends
fat
are
brother?
more on the strange side, we're all suckers to them in one way or the other. A few
He ain't
years
fat
ago,
no more though.
the
So.
ASMR trend infiltrated the internet.
10 hours ago,
causing new
12 hours
ASMR channels to
ago.
appear by the minute. ASMR carries many subcategories, including loud chewing, tapping long fingernails against different objects, and cutting soaps and sands. It all strangely relaxes the mind. And trust
Yeah, I
me when
know
I say
this. I don't watch this
so
anymore. Whoever watches some ASMR, you should tell me. Like, does it really enjoy your mind?
Most people I know find this to be odd and would find the entire idea of ASMR to be irksome and absurd. I spent months binge watching meat cutting videos before I found a channel called Slash and Stacy.
Slash and
Stacy worked as a
Stacy.
butcher and would do all kinds of meat cuts and deboning. The splunching sounds of flesh being cut, chopped, and the cracking of pearly smooth bones set my mind free of the daily grind. I grew to anticipate her new posts and would always be one of the first to watch her new videos. Every other day.
Dang,
Stacy
2 minutes,
uploaded new
100,000
content.
people watched
The
it.
footage would show a close-up of a knife slicing slowly into the meat of the day on a cutting board. Once a week,
I'll
she would
kill
do a
for
live stream. She wouldn't say much beyond
173,000
agreeing as we watch her
views.
slash away and enjoy the sound effects. All of her viewers loved her live streams the most, up until recently. As of late, her live videos would be interrupted by an old woman who would walk in and start
Is
dancing
she
in
hitting the
front of the camera.
nay-nay? Do the nay-nay. I'm gonna hit my nay-nay. Do the face-face. I can do my nay-nay.
She would get perturbed and cut the feed. After 5 minutes or so, she would always start a new stream and continue butchering as though nothing happened. Due to these interruptions, many people got fed up and
You got a
began
big
to
forehead. You got a
unsubscribe.
big old
I
noggin.
thought it was unnecessary to blame Stacy for these rude interruptions, so I continued to support her content. It was a Friday night and I got a notification on my phone that Stacy had posted to her community post. It read,
Hey Slashers! Thank you for being a
Hey,
huge support to my
Slashers.
channel and allowing me to do what I love. Next week, I'm going live, and it's going to be a black screen. You guessed it, this is going to be a surprise. I'll be butchering an exotic meat, and if you guys can guess correctly, I'll pick 4 random people to do a personal meet and greet with. Good luck, Slashers, and I'll see you on the next video.
This brought excitement among 400,000 followers, and they posted on Twitter and Instagram expressing their love for Stacy. The promotion was salvaging the channel, but
Only
subscriptions
60,000 views. Subscribers for 163,000 views in 2 minutes.
Hey Slashers, can you believe it? Today's the day!
Today's the
You're all gonna
day!
guess what I'm slashing today. And if you guess correctly, 4 lucky people win a free meet and greet with me. This is a special kind of meet that's quite rare, so listen closely and comment your guesses. Good luck, Slashers!
Stacy sat in front of the camera. The screen went black, and I sat at my computer zoning out to the sweet
Dang,
sound
she
of
sound like she
Stacy
chopped up
flashing
her body.
The comments started
Your
pouring
that
in,
sounds like she
everyone was
killed
throwing out
somebody.
every theory you could think of. I tried looking up exotic meats as I typed my input. The suggestions varied from ostrich fillets to beef sweetbread, to wagyu, to beaver, and even goat sausage. Nobody was correct, and the list of exotic meats was
Yeah,
diminishing.
none of that would sound
The
like that.
viewers, including myself,
Sound like
were
she killing
evidently
somebody.
baffled, and most accused her of scamming us. The number of viewers were disintegrating, and the comments shifted from guesses to people calling Stacy a scammer along with other colorful things. There was easily 1,600 people tuning in, and
Damn.
Despite what was happening, I felt pity on her. People fall into her times, and maybe she made a desperate call. I didn't want to assume the worst. Not to mention, the sounds were especially soothing.
Hello? Daniel?
Hi,
How'd
Stacy.
you know my
Big
name?
fan of your content.
Thank you for sticking around.
I don't know what's going on with your giveaway, but I really like what you're slashing today. It's very relaxing.
You want me to show you what it is?
Hell yeah. Stacy zoomed out
I don't
the
think you
camera
should have
and
said
focused
that.
on our workstation. My stomach dropped like a human corpse with no reason.
Oh.
I watched in silent disbelief.
That's
She
the old
grabbed
lady.
the arms from her bucket and began dancing around with me.
With the arms?
Blood and
She looked like she
dripping
did in the
all over
Quib
her face
Rock.
and down her body as I trembled. She grabbed a saw that was used for autopsy.
A
and
saw?
cut the skull of an old woman.
She's sawing
The
her.
same old woman from before. Stacy pulled the scalp off the woman and looked at the
This
brain
scalp.
the same way one would look at
This
a
is
juicy
this
steak.
is disgusting.
I couldn't avert my eyes, even though she grabbed a large spoon and scooped the brains out onto a plate. She took a
Ugh.
fork and plunged it into the tissue. Blood splurting everywhere, she removed a large chunk and shoved it into her mouth. The horrific spell I was under was broken when I heard the voice of my coworker, Steve, behind me. Dude, what the hell are you watching? I was just trying to watch some ASMR. Pretty sure ASMR is supposed to relax you. You look like you just saw a ghost.
More
I think
deep-
I need to take the rest of the day off.
Scarier
Can you
than
come
that.
with me?
Scarier than
Yeah,
the
man, no
ghost.
problem. Thanks, man.
Why is your
I
neck
went into the bathroom and dove into
Just
a stall.
normal color
Screaming
white?
blood sounds.
but your body but your head is more
Stacy
white?
Shoving a large bite of human brain into her mouth was burned into my head. I was left in a
Yeah,
state
it
of
would
complete
too to
shock.
me.
I informed my manager that I would need to go home early that day. I drove myself home and took a shower in hopes it would get my mind on something else. I laid down on my bed and looked at my phone to find a dozen notifications from YouTube. All of them were comments from Stacy from her live feed, all addressed to me.
Daniel, you left so suddenly. I didn't get a chance to tell you that the rare, exotic meat was my own grandma.
Your
And we
own
actually
grandma.
had to meet and greet with you.
Needless to say, I didn't meet up with her. And I know what you're thinking. Why didn't I just call the cops? Logically, that would have been the thing to do. But when you're in shock, you're not thinking clearly. I had the worst headache
True.
and I just wanted to sleep it off. I unsubscribed and blocked her from every social media platform I followed her on. A few weeks had gone by and I stopped watching ASMR altogether. I found out that Stacy had never cut the live feed and someone else tuned in. They watched as she ate her grandmother's entire brain and filleted parts of her for cooking. They called the police and she was sent to a psych ward. I felt better knowing she was in a
Good.
place
She's
she
locked
couldn't
up for
hurt me.
good. She's going
I thought
insane.
she'd forgotten all about me. Until I got a random phone call.
No caller ID.
Hello?
Don't answer that.
Who is this? How did you get my number?
Grandma wants you to eat her too.
I don't want to. Guys, Tom again. I know maybe a couple of y'all want to stay and keep watching the video, but guess our time's here. But for me, this video I'm going to talk to you about real quick. The video might take me hours to upload and edit, so I hope you samurai slice. that like button, and see y'all ladies and gentlemen in the next one. I really hope you like this video. Peace out.